having trouble. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah.
I can still hear it now.
So we were chatting about what you guys remember. We're on to session 8 now of the Ruins of Darkkeep. Jeez, reading the title of the episode before you guys really know it. You don't need to know the title of this episode.
Okay.
Not yet. Not till after.
We'll see what involved for me.
Yeah. But I guess we'll just jump into the official intro that I wrote up here. So, after you guys met up with your patron Volo, you headed out to the town of Maplehurst with 2 goals in mind. Aid Volo's friend Kira and solve the mystery surrounding these mysterious apples that cure all ailments. So the goblins seem to come each season with these mysterious apples to the town. So you headed there, and you met Kira, and at her behest, you set off to the fallen ruins in search of her children, 2 known adventurers named Sharwin and Talgin. She asks that you rescue them, or at least find out what happened to them. She asks that you return with their signet rings as proof of the deed. So, at her behest, and after trying to solve the mysteries in the town, you delved into the ruins. And you dealt with kobolds, goblins, and dragons alike. There you gained and lost friends in the chaos that followed, as you assaulted the goblin side of the citadel in a ruthless fashion. You came upon a small but very dangerous dragon. There your kobold guide Meepo was shattered to pieces, along with your warlock companion Gilrath. Take a moment. So, only to reach the lower levels of this mysterious cavern where far more mysteries awaited you. The party learned little from the kobolds and goblins in regards to the apples, but they did in fact find a signet ring and the armor of Talgin, Kira's warrior son, on the corpse of the hobgoblin boss. I don't know if you guys recall that, but you do have proof thus far of 1 dead adventurer of Kira's ilk. So they pressed on into the labyrinth of tunnels, only to be ambushed by a colossal bugbear along with the many strange horrors. Yeah, that was a fun character. Misa had fun. So, they discovered many strange things, but little that helped their quest of the lost heroes in the mysterious apples. After traversing the halls of the lost citadel, they find themselves face to face with several more goblins at the precipice of a large and looming natural cavern. Additionally, Vela, you had your own little side quest as you came in search of your lost guide and patron, Urki.
Paid me for a job. I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, so we did a little backstory for you. You've been here for, I guess, about a week now, surveying the area, learning what you know, and you certainly know quite a bit more than your fellow adventurers. But you are also quite shrouded in mystery regarding this mysterious fellow Bellic, this sage that the goblins refer to. So, we'll get back to the map area. Things are a bit different. Trying to make myself more used to the new surroundings and setup. We've lost the dynamic lighting. I didn't pay for the premium continue, so we're on to just basic setup and whatnot now. But I'll let you guys take over from here. Unless you want to add anything to the recap. Points you remembered that are important that I might have missed, feel free to add. Otherwise, you guys did burst into this room and there are 4 goblins.
Oh yeah, and
How
they're
did we
all
start
unarmed,
the attack room?
No. Well, you guys kind of came in, arms ready, armed up and ready to go. You burst into the room, spells abroad, and then you realize that these goblins are basically wearing Dobby house elf rags and carrying books and barrels and things. So they just kind of scrambled backwards like basically screaming and falling into the things behind them. Vela moved to cut off their escape and then was like, oh shit, fuck, and noticed this giant looming cavern behind her. And that's kind of where we call this session.
I was trying to turn around and look behind me. What the fuck? I don't want to turn my back to this. This
Yeah.
is nervous. We were just in like tight corridors for so long. And I can see very far because my goggles.
Yeah.
And I don't see the end of it.
Yeah.
But these goblins, they don't seem like threats.
Okay, so do we... And you said it's a straight drop down?
No, I didn't mean it was down. I just meant it was
Sorry, where? Okay. Okay, so if they're not a threat, we should move on.
I mean, like, they're not threats, but like...
No, please don't hit us. We just do what Belly said. Just kind of cower and like move back into the corner here. We guys got them. Belly, now. Yeah. Like one kind of like stands up a little bit. Like it's like looks at the others. Like yeah, Belly, he's the master here, and you have to listen to him.
We know who Belly is.
Then you shouldn't. You shouldn't be here then.
There's been some big changes here and upstairs. Bellick's time is over.
They kind of like look at each other, like look back at you being like a goblin. They're like, I don't think you know what you're doing. These things have been like pretty thrashed up, both physically and mentally.
Yeah, they should be easily cowed by a strong presence.
Yeah, that's like a goblin walking in like armor though. Yeah.
Do you think they would have seen the people we're looking for? The humans?
They've seen a lot.
What?
Their tongues are pretty loose too.
Yeah. We've seen some humans. Just don't kill us.
Nobody has to die. Just
Were
stay
the
quiet.
humans alive?
Yeah, I think.
How long ago did you see them?
Just now. Yeah, we had to set up a table or something. Better get us bring some chairs in.
Where?
Which direction did they go?
One like points into the cavern, all like shakily. Down there, you can probably see it. You can call like a candle or something.
You mean like down behind me?
Yeah, like deep
And
into
you
the
said they
cavern.
just went.
I've revealed actually all the way to where they're pointing.
Okay. Oh, there's something shiny down there. And a bunch of fruit.
Yeah, he had to set up a table and bring in some candles and stuff. He didn't say why.
What's happening? Are they hosting a feast?
Well, no. Abelic never tells us nothing. He always just tells us what to do. And if we don't do it, the little plants come and slap us. Yeah.
So what did he tell you to do now?
Well, set up a table and bring these casks of ale out because they're spoiled. Like, points at one cask that's kind of like broken next to him. Little puddles like streaming out of the side.
Oh, so you already failed, Bellick.
Oh, no, wait, what? No. We do what Gallic says. They're like freaking out now at the concept of failing him and maybe you're working for him.
I tell you what,
Oh.
we won't tell Bellick. You run up to the rest of the goblins. Get out of our sight.
Yeah.
This will be our secret.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
And you didn't see us?
No, nothing. We didn't see nothing. The goblins begin to scramble alongside Beowulf. They're like really keeping their distance, like basically like hugging the wall along Beowulf.
Did not fix the issue.
No.
So one kind of like stumbles past and like pushes this door open a little bit. And then he kind of like runs out the left door.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Can I see you from my angle? I think I should be 15 feet up.
Yeah, you kind of peek through. What you see is like a basically really old rug, like super tattered and decayed. You hear the goblins kind of like pushing into each other as they run up the hall.
Listen, you're gonna see nothing. Peek my head in and see what I can see.
Okay.
I feel like that was a mistake.
So you open up into like a kind of like beat up study. Everything in here is it's like kind of sorted and sort of meticulous, but like also just kind of thrown around. There's a couple of like pale plants in little pots, a bunch of notes around them and stuff.
Can I fly over to the desk and without touching the floor or any through the desk, like
so you're breaking up a bit, but you fly into the room, I'm guessing.
yeah, I want to see if I can go through the drawers of the table.
Okay, so as you fly into the room, so I'll just give you the
Don't forget
description.
chairs are also dangerous.
What? I don't know where you guys are getting these things.
Just have her. We have her.
A layer of soil.
Yeah.
So as you enter the study, a layer of soil covers the floor. Rough wooden shelves filled with a scattering of tomes and scrolls line the north and east walls, and a rough-hewn desk stands in the center of the chamber. Fungus on the ceiling provides light, apparently in sufficient quantities to nourish several small bushes and pale saplings that grow in little soils. Grow in the soil. Okay, thought there'd be more to that sentence. Kind of left me hanging there. Okay, yeah.
Okay, you said scrolls? Are any of them spells?
So you can make an investigation roll as you kind of float over the desk area. Kind of
15.
try to pull open one of the shelves, and it kind of like breaks a little bit on you, like it hasn't been used in a while. And you rolled a 15.
Yeah.
So there's stores of seasonal records of growth, precipitation, harvests, similar notes of surrounding lands for the last dozen years. You find one interesting tome underneath some papers there, like kind of set perfectly in the middle of the desk, called in Draconic. It has a title there. And
Can't read Draconic, but I will put it in my bag if it looks interesting.
I
okay.
can read your comic.
I can kill dragons.
I like dragons.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it and keep it and give it to.
Okay, so you grab the book, you pocket it. As you continue your search, you do actually find several scrolls that you believe are magical. Yeah, actually. You roll the 15, you find 4 magic scrolls.
Holy shit.
So she's in there for
Nice.
at least 5 minutes at this stage, kind of rifling. You guys are at the door, like, seeing her do this. As she kind of breaks the desk handle and then kind of pulls out some scrolls. And then kind of looks through, like, the desk, like, all the notes and stuff on precipitation, and then she finds this, like, pristine book, grabs it, pops it in her thing. And then, like, I don't know if you guys want to do more, but here are, I'll pop the scrolls open. Just make
I'm
sure.
continuing watching the stuff right now because I'm unnerved by it. I'm just like, what do you find back there? Her chops.
I found a book, but I can't I found some other goodies. I'm so excited.
Look at this tiny fairy. Can you read?
Excuse me? I can too.
I'm just asking. I don't
Look, I
know
mean-
anything about fairies.
How have you know I am?
I don't know what you're-
She's something.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You are something. That's what we got.
Is he really
That
like,
sucks.
like wide open?
Are you sure you're actually using one? Like, are you
Supposed to be.
Yeah,
What?
she sounds different. It's definitely using the mic.
There's a different shit. Fair enough. We don't have to
Make
solve
sure
that
Chris
here.
is wrong. Chris can mess up your stuff.
Okay, so sorry, I got confused at what this said. But the two of the scrolls, Tiny can actually read, and only Tiny.
Woohoo! Hand them over. Let's see what I can do.
It turns out it's a scroll of protection from poison and a scroll of entangle.
That's cool. What was the second one?
And the
Protection
other
from
two?
poison and entangle. Here, I'll post them.
You
The
just-
other two are actually random. So I need a second to sort that out.
Entangle. Vines, the ground.
Cool.
Chain someone down.
Okay, and the other two are. Spells. Okay,
Okay.
So let's roll
That's
and-
my spell list.
let's get rid of that.
Those scrolls are like one-time use magic. Use.
Yep.
Alright, roll 3d20. Roll a d100.
Me?
Whomever, yeah,
Okay.
Lydia. Roll 2 d100s. 9, nice and easy. And 69. Sexy.
Hello.
Yep.
Oh, you're busy.
Alright, so the first one is only for wizards and sorcerers. I'm so sorry. It's a scroll of burning hands that no one can read. The second one, okay. So
Is entangled is one for Tiny then?
yeah, it's a druid spell only.
Okay, I'll try to help you out of that later.
And then the other,
Yeah, or help me if I need to use it.
and the other one
Just write it down that you have it and we'll figure it out.
is a scroll of sanctuary, which in fact only Vela can read.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting. It's like a design.
Hmm?
It's like some sort of design for a machine.
Yes.
I think I can work with that.
What's a machine?
I don't know how to explain.
Did you
Some
just
sort
add those to my?
What? I just posted them in the chat.
Okay, so I already have two scrolls.
Yeah, oh yeah, you found a few scrolls. The first batch of scrolls, I think you guys
I
can
couldn't
only
read
read.
two of them.
Yeah.
So I'll give everyone the appropriate stuff. I'll give
That was
Tiny her
right.
2 scrolls and her book,
Oh, dragons.
and I'll
Oh no. This connection issue.
I get that.
Oh my goodness.
Or I could reconfigure my gauntlet to project more protective field. Send us to the start of the load while we're looking at the diagrams. Make sure I can make the necessary adjustments.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, the other scrolls were unusable. So, what would you like to do?
I would leave that room and rejoin everyone else.
Alrighty.
That's everything. of interest.
Is this right side of the wall? Like it looks like a cave.
Yeah, here, let me reveal more area.
There, okay, yeah.
I didn't
I think we
realize
have
it's
to
kind of
head
hard to
into the
tell.
cavern. They were setting... Those goblins were setting up something for receiving guests. I can only imagine if they're bringing around vintages and setting up tables and chairs, it must be... Maybe Bellic is entertaining himself. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he sits at that table. Is Bellic a wizard? I think Bellic's a wizard.
He's a sage.
Stage.
Alright, so as you move further in, pale, spindly briars press close, casting twisted shadows on the earth floor, with a violet light from fungus kind of cascading into the area. So if you're using a torch, you do cascade quite a bit more light, but the whole area is like low lit. Regardless of dark vision. Those with dark vision can obviously see quite a bit further. Vela, you do start to kind of glimpse the outline of a small figure.
Of a what? Sorry?
Of a small humanoid.
Oh, I'm gonna put up my hand and be like, wait, I see someone. Small? Like, do you say small because it's far away, or do I think it's like a half?
Small because like the stature.
Okay.
Small like me.
Maybe a goblin? Maybe half a small creature down there. I'm gonna get a little closer. I'm gonna try to... Where can you pick that up?
Yes. Hold on.
Okay. Someone's getting to the table.
Sorry. Dragged everyone over there.
I'm gonna get a closer look. Can I kind of like stealth up behind a tree? Like over here?
Yep. So, in this area, there are spindly briar thorn patches. They create difficult terrain, so I haven't outlined them outright, but they are on the map. So, like these patches of thorns and crap, they are difficult terrain. And they cause a little bit of damage to move through them. Lots of it is just kind of plants, but the wood briars are actually harmful, slightly. They're like thorny briars of like dead wood.
Okay. So the big woody parts are the parts that are difficult to move?
Yeah. Maybe I
Are
should.
they like high enough to hide behind?
They could
Or are they
provide
just
a
on the
little
ground?
bit of stealth cover, but not great. Like, they wouldn't provide full cover. Sorry.
Okay. So enough to kind of hide behind. For a
Yeah.
sec.
See what I mean? I kind of outlined them. Can do all of them, but I think you
Yeah.
guys get the idea.
Think it's my way around. Should I roll stealth to get here?
If that's what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sneaky.
All right.
11 plus.
Okay. Relatively sneaky as you roll up here. Where is your token? Oh, it's way up there. Okay.
I moved myself down
Yeah.
halfway to the...
Gotcha. Let me reveal a bit more area. So it continues to cascade into dark, looming tunnels.
Is it still just one figure that I see?
You see more of an outline of, just the one figure really. And you see him kind of...
What the figure's doing for me?
It seems to be like standing, almost trance-like, facing away from you, not doing much.
Just trance-like. Oh. Guess I gotta try to get closer. Alright, I'm gonna try to go around and stealth like to here, I guess.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't hurt anybody.
What about the rest of you as Vela is taking the lead here?
How high is the ceiling?
So this cavern does open up a bit, and it gets to about a 35-foot ceiling.
I'm gonna fly up to about the 30 mark.
Okay. Where is everyone?
Put that in there.
I don't know if this is like intentional
No, it's
or
not.
just I'm seeing shit, but this looks like a face coming from
Come.
the hole.
I do kind of see what you're talking about.
Oh, what's that?
It's just like part of the root structure, I think.
There's another one peeking in over here.
I'm just gonna like.
I'm gonna hang back so we don't disturb your stealthing, but close enough that we can see.
Yeah.
Okay. Take away your echo here for now. There, silent.
I got a little closer. She's just standing there, huh?
Yep.
He hasn't moved. How long has it been since he's...
You guys have creeped up for like a few minutes now, as you're like, and you're like watching this thing, and like the candle's kind of slowly burning down, and you just see this figure kind of standing. You see kind of like a, I don't know, like a bit more of a color pattern in front of him. It's kind of hard to make out what he's looking at.
Is he like actively messing with whatever that is in there?
No, he's just kind of standing there, kind of in trance.
In a trance, huh? Okay.
Alright, so as you're kind of like peeking around, you hear a voice call out to you.
Me?
It just kind of echoes throughout the chamber. And it says, hold up. Heroes, adventurers, welcome to my domain. And in front of the figure steps out a tall human up to the table, holding a staff. I am Bellic, guardian sage of the Galtheus and keeper of the Twilight Grove. I welcome you all to my sanctum. It must have been quite the journey. Do step forth. There is little that can be hidden from me here, in the presence of the great Galtheus.
Great God, what?
The great Galtheus.
The Great Gulf, yes.
That's what he said.
Can I... Would that be... Can I roll to see if I know anything about that? Like history or religion?
Yeah, you can roll like a history or religion check for sure.
I got
I would accept a nature, but this is going to be like a DC like 20. It's
okay.
kind of unheard of.
Okay.
Not quite. Oh. Okay. So, this name you have actually heard whispered on your travels here, but it was not anything tangible. It was more like a crazy person said it. Well, no, it would have had to have been a goblin at this stage. So, a goblin actually came down to there was one goblin who came down and actually was brought back up, and you got to him while you were in your week of interrogation. And he was like, kind of like jittery, and he said Galtheus. And he said, the undead tree.
Oh, God.
So as you're like, kind of like questioning it, and the rest of you are crouching, Bellic again beckons to you all. Don't stand in the shadows, heroes. I beckon you, come forth. Trust me, I have seen your approach. I see much in these lower caverns.
Beowulf comes out.
Ah, good. It is good to see strong heroes. Beowulf it is. That is good. Anyway, I'm gonna pop this down. So as you guys all step forth, and Vela, you kind of step out into the area, you do recognize Urki standing behind Bellic in a trance, staring into
Back there.
what appears to be some sort of big flower. As you guys both walk around, there are two more humanoid figures standing.
I'm gonna hide behind stalactites on the ceiling.
Zzz.
Like,
Alright, roll stealth. That's
yeah,
kind of
also, close to Beowulf, but like not enough to be like directly over and seen.
okay. Alright, you feel like you're pretty hidden up there, in among the stalactites.
Yep.
Silent, Tiny, do you guys move up with Beowulf or Vela?
I'm not going out to the open, but I'm not hiding either.
Alright, kind of standing your ground back here.
Just standing my ground back here, glaring, because he annoys me.
Yeah, I'll move up. But I'll kind of keep my distance. I'm not gonna cluster.
What are you doing with those people?
Who do you mean?
The ones tending your tree.
These people have all agreed to become guardians of the Galtheus. And it has, or will be, in some cases, he gestures to the gnome, be accepted by them, I am certain. Or by it, I am certain. This
Don't
place,
look like they have much in the way of free will anymore.
well, that is part of the transition between life and death in entering power with the Galtheus. Not all remain completely autonomous. But alas,
Demon cave.
we should not delve into such philosophical things. I must ask, your journey here, it must have been harrowing. You have heard of my apples? Do sit, refresh yourself. They cure all ailments. He gestures to the table. Yes. You are a strong warrior. He looks at Beowulf. Clearly, my goblins were no match for you.
I'm
Refresh
going to
yourself.
march up and smack Beowulf and say, "You're not doing this. Back up."
Ah. Wisdom. I sense in
No.
this one. Clearly your leader. He nods his head towards Tiny. A fellow practitioner of the druid arts. I can sense that in you.
And I can sense that you're an asshole. What do you want?
What I want is irrelevant. What the Galtheus needs is paramount. If
So you've been drinking the juice and gone a little nutty. What does your tree want?
my tree wants to grow, to live, and to become one with this world. If you will allow me to elaborate, this mighty being gestures back to the Galtheus, is and was nothing more than a mere stake in the ground a century before. I came here first a decade ago, and in communing with it, learned much. He turns back in like almost like homage to the tree. It's said to me that many, many years ago, a great and harrowing vampire was chased here by valiant heroes and slain on this very spot. The stake, driven into its heart, became the first root of the Galtheus.
It's hard to make out what you're saying, right?
Oh, sorry. Here, I'll get a bit
It's
closer.
like flipping the bits off like the ends of your sentences. Either because your voice is low or what.
Yeah, it's probably just because I'm trying to talk in like a more ominous voice.
Yeah, just totally badass.
But, I guess I'll start over.
Just that last bit.
So, he turns, yeah, I was just trying to be like in the moment with him, so I apologize for the audio. But the stake that was driven into the heart of the vampire on this very spot became the first root of the Galtheus, and this mighty undead tree was born. The power that it has come to know, it has built up over many, many years, and I am its keeper. Those who join...
Weird shaman before. I want to kind of use the opportunity of his monologuing to investigate or see if I can tell what the hell is going on with that.
So, make an investigation roll on Urki as you're like clued in on him. The rest of you, the ones who came for Kira's kids, the people behind him, as they kind of step up in his monologuing, do seem to look and match the description of the ones you've been looking for.
Kirk, you're really quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and crank Kirk up here. Just thinking that.
That's better.
Alright. Yeah, I got him at max too.
So you apparently just gotta eat it.
Apparently.
This guy is just off his rocker.
Kind of like clues back in, turns back, and sees you like investigating Urki. And like what you get from that is like Urki's just kind of standing there. His eyes are open, and he's got like his hands out, and he's kind of like this. And the plant is kind of just floating in front of him. It's on like a vine, like that shouldn't be holding it up, but it is. It's far too thin and spindly for this like plate-like plant flower that's kind of just staring into Urki's face.
He's the only one looking at the planet.
Yeah.
Around the tree.
Yeah. And the tree itself is a pretty sickly creature. So,
I don't know much about trees.
So,
Yeah, but he said this one grew out of a stake from a vampire's heart. When has anything ever good come from vampires?
So beneath the fungal light grows this evil tree. Its blackened, twisted limbs reach upwards like a skeletal hand clawing its way out of the earth. Before it stands a heavily armored young male with a shield and sword, and a blonde young woman in a robe that fits for a noble. Both have the bearing of those you're looking for. I thought it was going to be more about the tree. Glance back further into the cavern. And it continues on to...
We've seen the three people we were looking for, and more armored people just showed up.
So, to reiterate, the two heroes that the two children of Kira hired two additional party members, a ranger and a paladin.
Okay.
Is that who these people are?
So,
Is it the paladin?
it looks like not to, but yes, it looks like the paladin and the daughter. Because you've already found, technically, the son's ring and armor. So his corpse could be anywhere the goblins killed it, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you found one of the two children's stuff, and it seems the last one is before you.
And then we found the child. Okay.
So as Bellic finished monologuing, he kind of clues back and he looks back at you and Bella and the adventurers, and he goes, I have been rude. Why have you come here? It is no easy task reaching me in this sacred place.
I'm here because that gnome was abducted. I'm here to bring him out. Is that going to be a problem with
With me? No, of course. But, as you can see, he is preoccupied. Releasing him is dangerous.
you? Losing him is what?
Is dangerous. At this stage, who knows what could happen if his communion with the Galtheas is interrupted. But what about the rest of you? Does this feisty goblin speak for all of you?
This guy's kind of something about him is bothering me. He does not seem at all like the relic the other goblins were so afraid of. I want to know. Can I roll insight to see if he's putting on a show for us, or like what the hell?
Yeah.
He seems so calm and chill, and we're intruders. So what is up with this guy? The goblin's just terrified of everything.
It has been so long since I've had true conversation with so many people. I must say, Erky was spirited, and his interest in the Galtheas unceasing. You roll insight, and you can tell that this guy is not all there.
he's crazy.
He seems, you're catching glances back at the Galtheas, like he, am I doing a good job? But it's really subtle.
Okay, so he's sort of...
Did he notice me with the 23?
You don't think so?
Oh, I thought that was Katie's smack. Ah.
Stays quiet in the hopes that she's hidden.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're just creeping around up there. You're pretty sufficiently hidden.
I would say that we're here to
Yeah, okay. Just one
recover the paladin.
No, we need the child. Nobody cares about the paladin.
The paladin.
The little girl?
Oh,
I'm just gonna tell the paladin that we found his son. His son's belongings. I'm gonna ask him if he knows where he is.
so you start addressing the paladin, and
Yeah.
the paladin kind of tilts his head up towards you, but that's it. The only acknowledgement, he just kind of stares right at you, deadpan. And you can, as you're looking at him, you can see his skin is not the traditional pasty pink of a human. It's kind of gone a brownish color.
I'm gonna address him again, but louder, say, hey! Where's your sight? And I'm gonna throw an apple at him. Off the table.
Throw what?
What are these apples? What is this thing in front of me?
Okay.
Oh, shit.
He will. Unable to react, he takes the apple in the face. Kind of doesn't seem to get mad. Bellic kind of looks and chuckles. He goes, that was unnecessary. And I will save you the trouble. Sir Bradford, my shield, will not be able to answer for himself. He has committed himself completely to the Galtheus, mind and body. His
And the girl?
communion did not allow him a level of autonomy as myself. The girl? Yes, this is Sharwin. She has been a great boon to me since she came, and her magic has been a great boon to the Galtheus itself. She as well was not able to retain autonomy. Unfortunate. I liked them both.
I do like a investigation to see if I've ever seen like a brainwashing like this before. Or
Yeah.
something.
Make an investigation or insight. Kind of stare at him. But do take ease. You clearly have had a harrowing journey reaching me. So you look and you've never quite seen anything like this before. This is pretty intense level stuff. But, you know, you've heard stories of like hermits kind of going off on things. Like just becoming clearly obsessive and zealot towards the end of it.
And
Quite a bit of time with a much nicer girl.
this is witchcraft.
Oh, witchcraft. Well, sorcery, wizardry. It is all one and the same. Kind of steps around the table. You all seem far too tense. I would hope that coming here, conversing, and finding your goal would put you at ease. If not being in communion with this great and sacred being. Gestures back to the Galtheus.
Can I investigate the flower that he's looking at?
Yeah.
Weird. Is that in nature?
Yeah. It would be in nature. I would accept investigation at a higher roll.
Love investigation. Oh, I can't roll for shit today.
So you're like kind of following the line of the path of the vine that's holding the thing up. And you can see it is rooted deeply into the core of the Galtheus. So whatever's going on, not 100%, but he's clearly talking to the tree through this flower.
I would also like to roll nature to kind of look at the tree and flower, etc.
Oh, never mind.
So you don't yield much more than what I gave you, even as a druid, with a lower DC being a said druid. Bellic kind of looks back, seeing you all kind of standing super tense, not taking his invitation. A frown kind of comes over his face. I can see that you are not pleased with my invitation. And thus, I would ask you each to begin your communion with the Galtheus. I believe that would open your minds to all that you need to understand.
No, thank you. Because the people that we see came here to save took your communion and they lost their goddamn mind. I'm kind of attached to mine.
Well, then we can only hope that you retain it. You see, by simply entering my Twilight Grove and my sanctum, you have all agreed to communion with the Galtheus.
No.
Your conscious decision is unnecessary at this point. So thus,
Still no.
I ask you to lay down your arms and join the Twilight Grove. The two humanoids like march up beside him, kind of in arms. Sir Bradford draws his weapon and shield, and Sharwin lifts her staff, kind of charging up a spell.
Or when's the dog?
Gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
They're getting all uppity.
Yeah.
I'm just going to.
You know what? All right.
I'm gonna reach in my
I'm just trying to
pocket.
like look around like.
All right.
So I
So
brought you an offering.
Wait, I have another idea. Beowulf, why don't you set down your torch on the table? It's a weapon.
I'm gonna drop my feather on the ground.
it does only work outside, but we'll allow it if you want to grow a tree. I think that's pretty awesome. Okay, so you drop your feather.
It's my time to shine.
Feather.
I don't know when you sent that to me. Lydia.
It's okay. I said it, and then a lot of things have changed. So I want to use the next big distraction to do the druid craft on the flower to force the life cycle a bit.
Okay, what's the range on Druidcraft?
I believe it's like, I think it's 30 feet. I'm happy to keep stealthing my way forward. Yes, 30 feet. So if I have to stealth forward so that I'm 30 feet away from it, I'll do it. But I want to use the next big distraction to cast druid craft on that flower to force the life cycle.
Okay, yeah, you'll have to do. I'm not sure. Does it say that like more in the Druidcraft spell?
That's
You
actually
can create a...
Let me look it up here. Says you can create a tiny harmless sentry effect
Flower
instantly.
bloom, a seed pod open, and a leaf bud bloom. Why can't you force the already blooming flower to die?
I think it's an undead flower.
It's a good thought, and you'll have to stealth to get there, regardless. And these guys are up in arms, pushing their way up. Beowulf and Tiny do like their secret, subtle whisper. What do you do? Drop the feather? What's happening here?
I'm gonna wave feather to Tiny to maybe take like a step or two back, and I'm gonna drop the feather onto the ground.
Okay, so as Tiny takes a step back, Sir Bradford takes a step forward, and the feather drops. Where do you put it?
Right between me and these people.
Do you have the thing, the feather thing open?
What it does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What to do?
It's a second.
Alright, I'm gonna roll.
So use an action to touch an unoccupied space in the ground. The token disappears, and in place, a non-magical oak tree springs into existence. The tree is 60 feet tall and has a 5-foot diameter trunk, and its branches at the top spread out in a 20-foot radius.
So as you take a step,
I'm gonna spawn a massive tree in between, and it's gonna absolutely destroy this table.
oh, you drop it on the table. Okay.
Will never be the same.
I can't click on my drawing for some reason.
Man, that's gonna piss off the tree worshippers.
Alright, so as Sir Bradford steps forward and Beowulf kind of pushes Tiny back and takes a step back and he kind of tosses his feather out. It floats under the table and then just a giant tree just sprouts out of the ground, fucking Naruto style. Shoots up past, straight into the ceiling, smashes into the ceiling. Bits of debris kind of fall down around you guys as it just plows into the ceiling. Branches burst out from it. We'll give advantage to your stealth roll as you move forward, but everybody takes a step back. And you can make your effort against the Druidcraft as everyone else rolls initiative.
I was gonna say, as that tree spawns up, I was gonna throw my axes at Ding Dong over here.
Yeah, sure. You've been kind of like waiting in the wind, so whatever you got like working through, just
Are you gonna
initiative, and you can hit the ding dong.
I don't know how this is going to work in conjunction with what Tiny was doing, but I was going to thorn whip the flower and yank it.
I mean, with the tree kind of spawning and bursting into the scene, we're into fight mode now, I think.
That's cool.
Okay. I'm gonna let her do Flora do her druidcraft effort because that was cool and she's been hiding.
That's super cool.
And but I think everything else has to wait till combat now. Cool. Okay. Where's my turn order? Got a million.
Should be right up on the side. I already put me in there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was clicking on here. Get ahead of myself.
Ooh, Laura, you and I.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's right.
Everybody sucks away there.
Oh no, I suck at rolling for initiative for Flora every time.
Bradford got a 0.
Good for him.
Didn't even.
Zero.
He got 0 initiative as the tree basically like smoked him in the face. He's like, ah!
Excellent.
Classic paladin roll.
You're just missing me on the order.
Oh, I'm like, and Bradford. Oh no, wait, I put him in at 0. Where are you? And
I got 13.
I'm the blue dot.
and so roll a nature check against the flower. It's an undead flower, so you got it. You got to roll a natural 20.
Okay. Do it.
Otherwise, the spell just kind of bounces right off.
I have to roll a natural 20, or can
Yeah,
I
that's
use
it. That's the
bonus
only
inspiration for this?
thing that'll work for this. And I'm only telling you this because I don't want to be mean about it. No, I'm sorry. That was so fucking close. That would have been really good.
Did it crack it?
But Druidcraft is just a cantrip with no facility for this, so. And with that, let's take. That was so close. That would have actually been huge. What was your initiative? Cool.
My initiative is 9.
Yeah, okay. And with that, let's take a 2-minute break to go to the washroom. If people need a few minutes more than that, I'm just gonna go quick. I got me. Alright, cool. We'll be back. was gonna say, it's pretty friggin' dark for Olivia.
Because I don't know if you were there when it happened, because it was at night, so I went to the second night. But the second this is just gonna look just like, I'm just gonna have a mini Levine in my house, and I'm like, yeah, probably, it's jeans for what the fuck, everyone looks identical here, you don't know who anybody is, because they're all the same fucking human. And they all have different, like, one different parent, and it doesn't matter.
All right.
Oh man, I can't believe I got a 19.
I know. That was so close.
That's funny too because my computer's lagging. So I rolled and then I had to look at your face to see what it was because it wasn't loading.
That's rough.
Like shit. I think it's just.
All right. So, Silent, if you're here, you attacked, right?
Yeah, I had to
Okay.
throw my two hand axes that I got.
What's the distance on them? Are they within?
It's 20 to. It says 20/60. So.
Okay, so it's a disadvantage throw. And you'd have to take a quick step around the tree, but I'll let you take the 10-foot movement.
Well, disadvantage throw.
Yeah, because it's at the over the max minimum range for hand axes. You're throwing it at who? These guys? You see my range?
Yeah, I was gonna throw it at this guy here.
Oh, at the head guy. But yeah, anything over 20 feet for a hand axe is a disadvantage throw.
Okie dokie.
But you can make such a throw regardless. And some rolls in that direction. Oops. That's not what I do. Nope. Did you roll? Are we all back? Good to go? Just giving you like a surprise round since everybody else got to kind of do something. At the main hand guy. Oh, you're throwing both your hand axes?
I can just do one. Doesn't matter, right?
No, that's fine. Just the
Yeah,
first one will hit for 4 slashing damage. Bellic cries out in pain as he's blindsided by this giant oak bursting into destroying part of his cavern, and then an axe just flies over and hits him. And with that, we will change the music, obviously. let's take away the ominous music. Put on that. And it's a Sharwin's turn first. She steps up alongside Bellic, seeing him cry in pain from the axe strike, and she will turn her wrath immediately on Silent Guest, aiming a ray of frost towards him. And that is a terrible, terrible miss.
Yeah, it is.
We're not going to do the crit chart tonight, but that would have been embarrassing. Miss. Hard miss. And next up is Bellic. Getting smoked by the axe, seeing the tree burst up, he is going to level his staff. And use... Where are you guys? Relativeness to him. I guess he will also return the attack on Silent Guest. And the one to strike out at him. He will turn and use Thorn Whip on Silent Guest. No, he'll use Infestation. That's more undead and more along his lines. So a cloud of fleas and mites kind of jump out towards Silent Guest, being the cat that he is. Little parasites start to attack him.
Oh, wait a
He
minute.
must make a Constitution saving throw.
So 11.
That will not pass, unfortunately. So the spell says that I roll 2d6 damage. So you take 8 damage, poison damage. And you must move in a random direction. Roll a d4 to give you the designation. North being 1, moving... south being 2, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, you roll it, that's awesome. So you go north. 1 space. In frantic fleeing of the infestation. And Bellic kind of smiles. You want to do this the hard way, then. Flora, you're up. Lydia.
Did
Are
you
you
put me on the initiative order? I'm 13.
Oh, okay, I did not.
Lydia said she was having Discord issues.
I
Okay.
will go while she fixes her computer things.
Perfect.
Just returned.
Oh god, you scared the crap out of me.
Yeah,
He rolled that higher than you anyway.
That's fine. Yeah.
Oh,
good.
yeah, actually, sorry.
guys.
At the end
I was
of
just struggling so hard.
Bellic's turn, he's going to use his bonus action. Wait, did he took 4 damage from that?
Silent Guest is getting toasted over there.
So, at the end of Bellic's turn, he's going to breathe in deep using his bonus action. And you just see his hands start to twist and extend and elongate a little bit as his skin kind of changes and his face twists and the antler mask that he's wearing kind of folds in on his head and he becomes this living ent creature roughly resembling the Gultheus in shape and form. Why can't I go to the right layer? He will be replaced
Shapeshifter.
by this creature. Here, in the presence of the Gultheus, I am all-powerful. And that's the end of his turn. Beowulf, you're up.
Hey. I think it's been long enough. They probably forgot I'm here. Gonna walk through this broken ass table.
Yeah.
Right in between these guys. Deer is something I definitely know how to kill, so I will, with my shield equipped, swing my longsword at this man.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's damage.
Yeah, that's
That's
damage.
a joke.
So roll for the attack first. As he's kind of like rearing up in this ant form. That will not land purchase as he kind of sweeps his big friggin' tree arm and knocks your weapon out of line.
And that is my turn.
Alright. We have Flora up next.
Oh,
So
not
now-
on the turn.
now
I rolled a 12.
Oh, you will be next then.
Okay. Well,
It's because we didn't hit the fancy dancy initiative button.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I just rolled it raw.
I thought everybody was on there. That's my mistake. You're at 12. Cool. We're just keeping track. Make sure you don't miss a turn.
Yep. Thank you. Okay. I go like glance. Like I was like really focusing in on Ricky and that plant, and I was trying to figure out how the fuck to do that. And then this crazy guy turned into a giant tree monster and almost fucked up sound guys. I'm like, okay, one thing at a time. And I'm just gonna like start like fucking around with my gauntlet, and I'm gonna jam my tool into it and crank it, and like a field of energy will come out of the gauntlet.
Nice.
My bonus action, I'm going to use the energy field, and it sort of envelops me in 3 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And then I'm going to point it at the giant monster and crank it the other way. And I pop my hand out and fire out a stream of caustic acid in a line.
Nice.
What is going on?
Go. I want to just the 5 foot wide line, 30 feet long. I want to aim it so that it hits the end and not Beowulf,
Okay.
basically, and like hit these 2 people and not Beowulf.
Yeah.
That's the girl that we're supposed to save.
That's the. She's right
She's
here.
gone. Maybe she'll survive. So they can make a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration.
Okay. Yeah.
The DC is 14.
Okay. So, I wrote advantage on being knocked prone, but I feel like you should have a disadvantage on dex checks.
This is massive.
Yeah, and he's kind of like half rooted into the ground. He's hard to knock down right now.
He's gonna get gooped then.
Yeah, so we'll say disadvantage on that. 16, disadvantage, 11. He gets gooped.
he's
We'll do
gooped.
Sharwin. She'll get regular. And she got 3. That's a goop too. Okay, so they both take your caustic acid damage.
So they are. They will take their damage on the start of each turn, but they're still covered in acid.
Gotcha. Alright, so let's put.
Any creature can take an action to wipe it off of themselves, not a creature. But otherwise, start of the turn, 2d4.
Okay, gotcha.
And
We'll
then
put-
I'm going to
we'll
just
poison on him.
run up a little closer to Erky and try to like, we gotta get out of there, but I got nothing.
Alright. Do you like interact with Erky? He's just standing there, kind of staring into the plant.
Yeah, I guess I want to try to like pull out a little bit. But I don't want to threaten his life because dude said that he can't be, you know. I don't
So,
want to drag him off or anything. I'm just like shaking him.
yeah, he's shaking. He puts up like no resistance. It's kind of just like a paper in the wind kind of thing. It's just. He's just staring into the plant. You hear like low mumbling, but he's not saying anything coherent in like this few seconds that you have here.
Alright. Okay, we'll deal with you later, Erky.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay. Next up, we have Flora. Finally.
Okay, so still trying, not that I'm probably not hidden anymore, but still hiding or hanging around the stalactites. I'm going to move closer to Beowulf. And now Beowulf's not considered humanoid anymore, right?
To what extent?
Whole person.
Oh, is he a monster or a humanoid?
I mean, I suppose he would be considered still a person. This is not like a bestial form per se. More like a hybrid thing that I made.
Okay, no, it's fine. I'm gonna hold off on it anyways until I am certain.
Okay.
In the meantime, I am going to, I think that's gonna be, no, I don't want to do that one.
Ooh. I guess it's not on repeat.
Okay. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. That's what,
So-
a wisdom save on who? Who are you casting it on?
Bella.
Gotcha. Alright, he makes a wisdom saving throw. Turns out he's pretty good at those, actually.
I figured.
Oof.
So he
That's-
passes, so he'll take half damage.
Crazy as he is still a druid.
Oh, my
yep.
goodness.
So he'll take half?
Oh, okay. The target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to.
Yeah, so roll the damage.
Way. Okay.
Ooh, okay, so he'll take
Maybe
5.
half of 11 is 5.
Yeah. Kind of cries out in pain.
And then I'm
Clutches
going
his
to,
forehead.
I'm going to shift around the stalactite and kind of just try and hide behind it while I'm flying above, keeping an eye on him. And I am going to end my turn.
Okay. He kind of glares up at you because that was pretty significant hit to resist there. As you buzz between the stalactites, but you kind of get like partial cover if that's what you're going for.
Yep.
But it's okay. I don't know how to make this because we don't really have a roof scenario for you to weave and duck between, and the oak's kind of busting it, and the branches are kind of there. So let's go ahead and do like a survival roll to see how much cover you can find on the roof.
The tree should be massive on the top. It should be 40 feet.
Yeah, it's really going to obstruct a lot of the play, so just pretend that about 10 feet up from where the tree trunk is, it starts sprouting branches that kind of splay out, and it's got like a 20 to 30 foot radius out from the trunk. So it is like obstructing the Galtheus tree as well. And you easily find like 3/4 cover on the roof there from ranged weapons.
Nice.
But the piece that you're kind of like holding on to is also like fighting against like 2 branches of the thing, so it's not guaranteed to be there forever.
It's what?
This.
Like the roof section that you're hiding behind is giving you excellent cover right now, but the roof is prone to continue collapsing as the battle commences, since this tree is kind of like pressing against the Galtheus and it's fighting back. The 2 trees are straining against each other in the ceiling right now, if that makes sense.
As things.
Just to give like flavor to as things progress, and if you want to continue to use the roof as cover, you'll have to keep making survival rolls. They won't cost you anything, but just as you continue to try and do this. Silent Guest, you're up.
Wasn't Tiny up before me?
Wasn't I up next?
I don't... Yes, yes. Okay, click the button too many
Yes,
times.
Tiny should be next.
Okay, you can go back. Alright. Tiny.
Alright, I'm going to take aim at Bellic with my flame that's already in my hand.
Nice.
And
That'll hit.
Almost 6 damage.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's just a 5 for this one because you don't get the crit. I don't think you're rolling with advantage for any reason, unfortunately. But it does do 5 fire damage, and Bellic cries out in pain, and the fire licks him in his wooden form. Alright.
Bellic is weak against fire. Somebody use your Charmander.
Get a scroll of burning hands, but I don't think anybody can use it.
I mean, he seems vulnerable to fire, but not unduly
comprehend
so.
languages. Can I comprehend that?
Comprehend the fire.
Could do.
Yeah,
Silent,
can I
you're up.
comprehend the sorcerers?
John, you're up here, I think. I believe.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do a few things here.
Nice.
I'm gonna use my feline agility to pulse all the way over here. Since
Nice.
that was my movement.
Yep.
And then I am going to use my bonus action to manifest Echo.
Okay.
And he's going to go there. And then I'm going to attack the lady in front of me with my sword.
Cool.
Or rapier, I should say.
If you move here, if you have movement for it, you would get advantage from flanking.
Oh yeah, like with the flank.
Yeah.
That is a good point. I will do that.
I did beat you up a little bit right off the bat. That will... It looks good. You kind of parry her staff aside. She's not a great martial fighter. And then you press that into the thigh of her leg, and it bounces off like it's made of wood.
Alright. And while doing that, I'm also going to unleash incarnation.
Alright.
So I'm going to have my little shadow attack the tree boy here.
Oh. Oh, okay. Use this feature every time. Nice. How long does this last?
So it's like I have 4 one-time uses of this.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, that will unfortunately miss as well.
My God.
You gotta shake this out, John. What's going on here?
Alright. Well, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Sir Bradford is up. Yep. Stepping around behind Beowulf. He will come at the backside, attempting to slice Beowulf's neck with his longsword that begins to glow with a luminous magical essence. As it comes swinging in at you, Beowulf, and you spin around, and it looks like he's going for like like an arm slice or a shoulder slice, but like at the last second he changes his direction. He smashes your sword with his sword. The impact clangs, and well, let's see actually if that happens. So your sword's AC is going to be 10 plus your dex. So at the last second he redirects his attack, aiming at your sword.
Oh!
So regardless, actually he gets...
My dex is 2.
Yeah. So he gets flanking
Thank goodness.
from the advantage of
Oh, okay.
his buddy being here.
Oh shit.
So he will hit your sword with his sword. and the sparking magical essence that explodes off it leaves a large notch in your blade, as his magical sword seems to critical strike whenever it hits another object. So, D4 plus this, so you can roll another D8. Your sword has 20 health. So, I don't know if you have another weapon on you somewhere, or somebody else might have to toss you a weapon, but if your sword loses all its health, it shatters.
And I can't, like, try to block this with a shield if I have it up?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, like, lose your shield instead, you could deflect the attack and put the damage onto the shield. The shield will have 30 health.
Yeah, I'd like to try to block it with my shield if I can.
Okay, so I'll allow you kind of to choose, because he ends up, like, going for your weapons. And basically, you're like, oh shit, like, boom, and you smash it with your shield instead of letting your sword parry it.
Well, let's just let this first one happen to my sword, just because I didn't know it was happening, but
gotcha.
In the future,
Alright, so your sword takes 10 damage out of its 20 health.
Yeah, okay.
That's the end of his turn.
Whoa.
As Sir Bladford blasts Beowulf's weapon, and Bellic looms over the echo and towards Silent Guest, the ground around the Gultheus and the Gultheus itself begins to shudder, and it seems like the whole cavern begins to quake as you hear kind of like a hissing, moaning sound as noises throughout the cavern begin to echo from all directions. And as you guys glance around, it seems that humanoid figures are pulling themselves up out of the ground, out of the briars, kind of ripping them. Basically, they're lying in like ghillie suits, essentially, but it's living essence of their bodies begin to pull themselves up out of the ground surrounding you. Let me pull up a picture of these tree ghouls that begin to surround the party from all directions. As they basically are like laying dormant in the earth around the cavern, and they pull themselves up to the ground, kind of scream and wail into the abyss of the cavern as these creatures begin to surround you all, and you guys hear Bellic chuckling. This creature seizes the initiative, as I've previously rolled all of their initiatives and hid them throughout the map. The start of this next round, why can't I go to the right layer?
This is not good.
This zombie creature takes a turn as it rushes towards the echo of Silent Guest. It will leap forward, biting profusely. For 13? Silent Guest echo?
Attacking my plum dude?
Yeah.
It misses.
Okay. And next up is another tree ghoul. The one here behind Urki pulls itself up from alongside the Gultheus, screams into the abyss, and rushes towards Vela.
I hold my shield up. Hope for the best.
5?
Oh, no chance.
Complete stuff.
It trips on its own dumb.
So you hear like a tooth snap as you just smash it with your shield. It reels back, hissing.
The shield extends to be like larger than I am almost.
Tiny, off to your left, a ghoul emerges and rushes straight towards you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Bites at you for 5. That definitely does not hit you. Whoever you parry or deflect, or I don't know how you envision your guy at this point, probably with another fireball ready to go kind of thing.
Yeah, I could probably just throw the fireball I have in my hand.
Alright, Yeah, so you just dip and slip under this tree ghoul as it leaps towards you. No problem. And we'll go to Sharwin turn. So at the start of her turn, she takes a bubbling acid.
Acid damage.
So she reels back, kind of like grabs, but she doesn't make any like crying out in pain. She just kind of makes the gestures as she's like grunts a little bit, and then steadies herself. She can take an action to clear it off, or she can move to attack. Her own self-preservation. I don't know if she would get that far. So she will use. What does this do? No. She'll use magic missile on Silent, Vela, and Flora. Pop, pop, pop. An attempt to keep them all back and off of Belek. I believe it's a d4 plus 1 for each of you. So 1, 2,
Even with
3.
3/4 cover, it hits?
Magic missile doesn't miss.
Yeah, that's its auto hits. So it flies up, smokes you.
Am I the 3 then?
So it would have been Silent, Vela, Flora. Yeah, in that order. 4, 1, 3.
I'm gonna make a Constitution roll for concentration.
Yep.
Roll the acid.
Nice.
Ah! It's like goes like up and around. My shield hits me in the back.
Yeah, it just kind of explodes around it. Alright, okay, that's Sharwin's move. And now Belek's turn. He takes his damage as well.
Oh yeah, I will roll another ouch for you.
Yep.
Yeah!
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like
He's fortunate.
His skin continues to bubble and sizzle. He is going to look at his spells.
Go up like the.
I think it melted away his tongue.
Yep, he's definitely sizzling in the face regions a bit. And trying to think of what's a good move. What would make sense for him, given the scenario, getting blasted, getting surrounded a bit. Got this big warrior at his face, but he hasn't hit him yet, but he's definitely probably the more intimidating situation, given his troops are all around him and this tree ghoul's backing him up. So he will look towards Beowulf, and he will...
And I'll look back.
I mean, huh. Getting tired. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, infestation worked well. So he'll point his withered fingers at you, Beowulf. He'll say, "Remove yourself from me," as the pestilence from his hands kind of reaches out and tries to assault you. So make a Constitution save.
Well, this is something I can do. Fight.
You will be a good guardian, but you must learn obedience. as he just blasts this with forward.
Yo!
Oh, yeah, easily push that aside.
I've
gonna say,
been wolf.
You really don't know Beowulf if you think he's gonna be obedient.
So,
Try reading people better.
I know, dog.
No wonder you have so many zombies. You suck.
and yes, as a bonus action.
That halfling can trash talk.
yeah, cut him off balance there.
Should fit right in around the fire the goblin can.
I get it.
Sounds like a good time, as long as there's beer.
Definitely. I can't vote for the club. Maybe we can steal some of this one.
Okay, so
I don't know. This dude is kind of sketchy. His wine's probably terrible too. Or made with these stupid undead apples.
Oh, you're probably right.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm getting confused with all my notes here. So he is going to extend his hand towards Vela, having skewered him with the acid and missed with his infestation on Beowulf. And from the bottom of his wrist, a spike begins to extrude. And it kind of launches itself towards Vela with an attack roll of, let's say, ranged attack, spell attack. Okay, so his modifier is efficiency is 6. For 17.
In the shield.
Nice. So as you're like, oh shit, it boom hits the shield, it explodes into spikes in all directions. So make a dex save.
Oh shit. Okay. Wish me luck. 16.
It does. Keep forgetting where I wrote it. And then let's make a 15, DC 15. Okay, yeah, you made it. Or take D4 damage. So
I just
spikes.
expand the shield enough that I can just cover myself like a manhole.
Yeah, you dip out of it, and Urki takes the spikes in the back and kind of cries out in pain. He like stumbles down to a kneeling position, but he's still kind of in trance there. He kind of slowly pushes himself back into a standing position. You see like one of the needles is like in his shoulder.
Oh no.
All right, that's the end of Elixir. Beowulf, you're up.
Hey. Well. Gonna swing my sword at Bellic,
Sounds good.
or whatever this thing is.
Yep.
I hope it catches.
Do it up.
Oh, it's a roll attack. Oh, yeah, that was a strong roll.
Yep, that'll very much it.
I'll do it.
So far beyond my AC. But you do have the echo behind you, so we'll get advantage on this.
Come on.
Oh, that unfortunately does not penetrate his heart
Damn
and
it.
skin.
I'm action surgery.
All right.
Well, you still have a weapon.
What's your strength mod there, Kirk?
It's a. Wait, I was a dex fighter, but I guess my strength is higher. Oh shit, I'm a strength fighter.
What
It's a 3.
what weapon are you using?
A longsword.
Okay, so you should be rolling with a +5 mod.
Oh.
It doesn't change much, except, I mean, the 20 will hit regardless.
Yes. Eat this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. I want to do a maneuver.
Okay.
Oh yeah, battle.
Release the
No,
superiority
dude.
dice.
Yeah. What did he hit me with? He hit me with a sword, right?
He hit you with an infestation.
Bugs.
That's just, like, does he have a weapon?
No, I mean, he had a staff, but it kind of fused into him
Okay.
when he transformed into this tree thing. He hasn't made a physical attack yet.
I'm gonna trip attack him then.
Alright, like, as you look down, you can see that he is kind of rooted to the ground, and this might be tricky.
Then I will
You'll need an axe.
sweep attack and hit this thing.
Nice.
The lady.
Guy right beside him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you hit Bellic at the start of his turn with acid?
I did. It only did 2.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I do remember them doing it.
So what is the superior die damage?
So I think it's a
It's a
D6 or D8, and then you just roll it and add it on and do your move.
It's a D8?
Yeah, it's a
That's a
D8 extra damage. So roll your damage for your regular hit, then
So
roll
plus
the D8
proficiency?
on top of it. No, it's just a solid D8 on top of your regular damage. So whatever you hit with the longsword normally.
It just does the superiority die to the second target.
Yeah, whatever the move is here.
1d8 plus 3 plus 1d8.
Yeah, so just you can just roll your regular damage, and then yeah, that's it. Okay, 12 damage.
Yeah.
Wait, so does it do the sweep damage to everyone or the second target? Sweeping attack. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can expend a superiority does do damage. And superiority die to attempt to damage another creature with the same attack. Choose another creature within 5 feet of the original target within your reach. If the original attack roll would succeed to hit the second, it takes the damage equal to the number you rolled on your superiority die. Okay, so both of them take 12. Holy fuck.
Or does it just take the superiority die damage?
It's
I
original
think the second
It
creature
takes
just
damage.
takes the superiority die.
Okay, yeah. The damage is the same type dealt by the original attack. Okay, but the first person does take both?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. We're gonna say yes. Just for today. Because it's badass. The second one will take the superiority. The first person will take both. So, 12 damage to Bellic, which actually is crazy significant. You blast like a big chunk his wooden armor off, and he kind of stumbles in his form, and he's just barely seems to be maintaining this.
Oh man.
That is my turn.
Sharwin also looks quite wounded from that. Again, doesn't voice her complaints, but is now like staggering to stay up as you cut a big swath deeply into her thigh there. And
You
Vela,
should kill her.
you're up.
Question: is Bellic significantly larger than Charwin?
He's like 8.5 feet tall, but he's still considered a medium. Sharwin is like a 5'8" kind of thing, so he's quite a bit taller than her at this stage.
Okay, so like if I wanted to hit Bellic, I could do it such that Charwin wouldn't be in the line of fire.
Yeah, if that's your aim.
Okay.
With like an AoE line type thing?
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see why not. Depends on the scenario though. What you thinking?
Alright, I'm thinking of using the catapult spell on him. So I'm going to go over to Urki and pull the spike out of his shoulder that Bellic blew up. And
Okay.
I'm going to jam it into my gauntlet and tap a switch, and it's going to like activate like a railgun kind of situation, and I'm going to launch it Bellic. So what this does is everything in the line has to make a dex save, and it hits the first thing that fails. So I want to try to hit Bellic and knock her. So I'm trying to aim it at his head or something.
Okay.
So it's a dex save against my 14.
Alright, well, you saw how poorly he did last time, so we'll give him disadvantage on dex.
I figure he's gonna take this.
Oh.
Get smoked. His own spike.
So, you just catapult this spike.
Nice.
And as Bellic is reeling from Beowulf's slash, kind of just gets back up to his full height, you just smash him. And big chunk of his antler horn just blows away as you clip the side of his head, and he screams in pain as he falls back to the ground. And as he lands on the ground, his form starts to shrink and change a bit. As like he doesn't go all the way down to the ground, he goes down to one knee, and he's like, "Oh no!" And his form starts to shrink back into the man that was before, but
Oh, hell yeah.
quite a bit more haggard this time. Yes. Quite a bit
Leave
of
Urki
damage
alone.
leaked through, actually. It's a big hit. Kind of like looks up from his kneeling position. His like nose is bleeding a bit. Urki is mine, and you will all be mine. Here in this place, in the sanctity of the Gaulthes, I cannot lose. Kind of pushes himself back up to his feet. He doesn't look as damaged as he was in the other form, but a little bit beat up.
Okay. Well, maybe he's slightly less dangerous than he was, but he's still a magic user. Turn my attention back to the zombie I'm facing off against.
Alright.
Maybe I should just try to get over here, so maybe an AoE doesn't hurt Urki again. It's... Okay, I'm done.
Okay. It is this tree ghoul's turn as it pulls itself free of the earth, screeches, and rushes up behind Vela. It will bite out for 7. Nice, blocking them all. Nice. So, in the back of the cavern, you guys hear a low ribbit, 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 as
Oh no.
a giant frog comes leaping out of the upper caverns to the right. Why can't I click on you? Just comes leaping onto the scene. I don't know if you guys remember the stories from the town of Bellic and his giant frog. A standing leap, lands here, and uses the rest of his movement to engage on silent. Flora, you're up.
Okay, I feel like I want to try something. But
You
I
may,
don't think it's
whatever.
gonna go well, but we're gonna try it anyways.
Ribbit.
I'm gonna cast whole person on Bellic.
He is a
We're
person.
gonna do it.
Nice.
Exactly. So we are gonna cast whole person on Bellic. I have a follow-up question.
Yep.
Can I use cutting words on his roll to reduce it, or like give him disadvantage?
What's cutting words do?
Oh, that's like a bardic inspiration thing.
Yeah.
You learn how to use your wit to distract, confuse. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack, roll an ability check. I mean, you can use your reaction to expend a bard dice. Yep. How many bard dice do you have left?
So, I've got 4. I have all 4.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
So
of course.
This whole thing is gonna start off with the strum of my lute, and we're gonna start with I think I did it again. I made you believe we're more than just friends. Oh baby, it might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious. Whole person, 'cause to lose all my senses. This is just so just like me. Funny words. Oh baby, oops, I did it again. I held your person.
Well, cutting words doesn't actually work on his saving throws, but it will work on his attack rolls moving into the future. He did roll a 7, however, and a critical fail. He critically failed against your whole person.
And I'm just gonna keep going. Oops, I did it. And just as the round's going, Flora just loses herself in song and she's holding him there.
Alright. That's awesome.
And since I couldn't use my cutting words there, can I give some inspiration as my bonus action?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna give Silent Gas Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's flipping huge, actually. Nice.
And I'm gonna just stay up in the ceiling, hiding. I know it's rickety, but we're gonna try and do 3/4 cover again.
Alright, so roll a survival check
Yeah.
as you move back and forth amongst stalactites.
Thank God for chuck of all trades.
So you won't go back to like the spot that you were at before, and it's like gone now. It's not quite good enough. So you can move like 10 feet in a random direction, and you can find like half cover.
I do that. And unfortunately, I am going to, no, shit, okay. We'll go forward a little bit more. I think I was here, that's 10 feet, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Alright. You can find half cover in the branches there.
Excellent.
Okay.
It's Flora's turn.
Tiny, you're up.
Okay, well, I think this stupid zombie thing in front of me is the biggest threat to me. Because I'm not up front here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and attack it with my scimitar.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that'll hit the zombie for sure. Roll damage. So you slice this thing, and it kind of screeches, and some, green ichor leaks out of it, but it continues to fight on.
Okay. I am not sure what to do next. Can't run because he'll hit me. I'll just stay with Produce Flame still in my hand and keeping an eye on this stupid thing.
Gotcha. Alright, Silent, you're up.
Alright. I think just because Silent Guest is in panic mode right now, he's gonna blow everything he's got.
Okay.
Um,
Ribbit.
So, bonus action, I'm gonna hit myself up with the old second wind. Just to get something back.
Nice.
Oh, that's actually a wonderful second wind. And I'm also going to blow my action surge and do 2 attacks.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I am going to attack the magician in front of me.
Okay.
And that's advantage. Flanking. Devon.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That'll hit.
So 8 piercing.
To the wizard in front of you?
Yeah.
How do you want to do
Now,
this?
I was gonna say, if it's gonna be a kill, it's not gonna be a stab. I'm gonna like shoot in the face and knock her out.
Okay.
She is one of the people that we need to save.
Yep. So you finish this. How does it go?
I mean, just I take a deep breath to kind of regain my composure.
Mhm.
And I mean, anyone with fighting experience could have seen this punch coming away because I wind up and just give her a haymaker.
That bomb.
Like the Rock.
Yeah.
Punchy child.
Pretty clear she was a great martial fighter prior to her indoctrination, and it's gotten no better. You clock her. Clean. Solid. Everyone hears the thud, and she goes down.
Alright. And with that, since I still have incarnations left, I'm gonna do a stabby stab with my echo on Boss Man.
Nice.
So,
Go for it.
crit.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's a crit.
Alright, so
Ah.
piercing. And
Belly
I use
grunts
my
in
action
pain.
surge, so I'm gonna do it all again. Actually, hang on. I'm not in range of anything now, right? So, because I'm outside of the frog's range, by the looks of it.
Yeah. He took 2 standing jumps.
Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna run up next to Beowulf, and then I'm gonna use both myself and one of my last incarnations to just do 2 stab attacks on Big Boss Man down here.
Nice.
So my first one, my attack is not at advantage because I'm not flanking anymore. Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
But he is paralyzed, so it is, actually.
Oh,
Whenever he takes damage, does he get to resist? Is that how that works? Or is it
For paralyzed?
for a whole person? Or it's just at the turns? Yeah. It's not like a charm spell.
It didn't matter.
Being
Yeah.
paralyzed is real good.
Yeah, I was talking about the whole person spell.
Yeah.
I have it open. It's no worries.
He's in place, but apparently I can't hit him.
Yeah, he still has this wooden skin, and it kind of bends the rapier as you try to pierce him in, like, soft organs.
Oh, okay.
No.
But it doesn't
Well-
land a hit.
Yeah, because attacks have advantage on paralyzed, but if you suck, you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I think that's it for me then.
Too bad because it would have been auto crit.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say earlier, but he crit anyway with his echo. So it didn't matter.
Fuck.
Alright, that's it. Are you done?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Sir
I
Bradford
need to, oh, it's okay.
will move around the side of Beowulf, and he will reach out as his hands glow with an ominous green light, and he places them onto Bellic, and a green sickly light glows out from it as one of Bellic's wounds close.
Okie dokie.
Did he heal?
No. Yeah, probably like.
Yeah, he
or
just-
something.
I don't know. You guys can roll religion if anyone's been around paladins in the past. This wasn't quite what you'd seen before, or would have seen, but possibly some sort of laying of hands.
That shouldn't have been managed, but I did roll a nat 20.
Yeah, so you have actually known paladins. Your people have a few. And the druidic energy of those paladins is very similar to what you just saw manifest. And you know that to be a healing touch that he enacted. And with that, we're gonna pause for the night and the evening. We're gonna have to come back, do a part 2 combat, because this has a little bit more life in it, and I don't.
Sweet.
But we're at the top of the round here, and we'll have to sit on it. We'll go again next week. We'll try and get another game in quick. Another 2-hour session should be plenty, and we'll wrap it up. But I'm already fading. I got too many pages, and I'm not concentrating. So let's take a step back. I feel like this battle has at least another hour, and we'll do it next week.
Good times, man. And crew.
Ooh.
Good fucking times. This is intense.
I'm surprised that whole person worked.
Oh, it's really fucking working. That's you got you. I got. I'm like, you know what? I can't think. This is actually getting down to a tactical fight, and I gotta go to bed. Because that's a fucking move that I was not ready for, and it might end this fight very quickly if things don't change.
Oh no.
Yeah, gotta disrupt Laura's concentration somehow.
But yeah, that was good. This is good.
Nah, I'm hiding in the ceiling. Come, fight.
Yeah, I
Hey.
think the range attack's been eliminated.
I promise I'm not going to change or
again.
do anything between now and then, but you are in a lair. That's all I'm going to say.
The shit
This is his
definitely our fan.
home field. As safe as you feel, wherever you are. Remember that.
No. Who feels safe?
That's all I'm going to
This
say.
fight started because we were unnerved.
But yeah, I really do hope you guys had fun tonight. I had fun. That was good. That was good times. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll get back to the
Thanks for
crazy
running.
druid soon
It's been a
enough.
great game.
Alright. Love it. Appreciate it. Pulling the plug.